Here, ready? What day are we on? We did 9, we're on 10. 10's right here. Why are you not interested today? What'd you get? You got 2 gym gains. Okay. Hello bookish friends and welcome back to my channel and welcome to Vlogmas week 3. So as you saw, I just made my coffee and filled up my water, gave Louis his advent calendar, and now it's time to do mine before I go upstairs and get ready for work. But first, I wanted to show you what I opened yesterday because it's actually Tuesday, December 10th when I'm starting this Vlogmas video. Yesterday I was so busy with work that I just couldn't find time to sit down and actually film. I did open my Harry Potter advent calendar. I didn't do my prompt jar advent calendar because I literally had no time yesterday and I knew I was gonna have no time yesterday. Chris and I both worked from home yesterday. I had to work from home unexpectedly because we have an event on Thursday that we had to like prep for, and I had to like be home to jump on a couple of meetings and be able to print stuff. So I just ended up being home, but I was busy all freaking day between my full-time job, and I did some editing yesterday, not as much as I would have liked to. Then Louis had a vet appointment, and then we had to have dinner, and then Dallas played last night at 8:15, so it was just a busy day. So I didn't have time to formally start this video, so we're gonna do it now. Better late than never, I always say. So let's talk about the little Funko Pop I pulled yesterday from the Harry Potter calendar. It's the same one as I got the first day, except for he's holding a wand, not like a sword, which I'm like kind of bummed because I was hoping each day was going to be different and I was going to get no repeat characters, but it is what it is, I guess. I just hope I don't get a lot of repeat characters. Like, I don't need 3 Harrys. Okay, so let's do number 10. I will say these things are hard to kind of open. Okay. Okay, this one's kind of cute. I don't know this character's name, but it's the one who at the end, I think in Deathly Hallows Part 2, tries to like off Hermione, Ron, and Harry, and she's working with Voldemort. I don't know this character's name, but look at how cute. Look at her little curly hair. See, it's like getting characters like this that I would rather get and then not an extra Harry. Like, I want a Dumbledore, I want a Hagrid. I don't know who else I want, but like, I like getting characters like this that you don't normally see in a Funko Pop, you know? I want to see how many of these I have left. Pick one and see what we get. Seems like a long one. I don't know, I keep calling this one. It's Meet Me Next Christmas on Netflix, but I need Chris and I to watch it together. So we need like a weekend to watch it. Okay, this one I can do because I think I want to do a little bit more of my bullet journal a little bit later today. It says make a Christmas junk journal spread. It says make a Christmas junk journal spread, which I feel like I could easily do that. Let's see if I'll pick one more. I don't know if I will actually do this one. Oh, I could do this one too. So I pulled a second one. And it says, play with Louis in the snow, if any. If not, bring him to Benson's. So I actually have to go to Benson's to get him dog food. So I can definitely do that too. I am heading to like the Harriman, Newburgh-ish area for work today. So that kind of works out perfect because I'll be home somewhat early. So I can literally come home, grab him, and then bring him to Benson's. And I'll let him pick out a treat and or a toy. And I'll also get him dog food. That works out perfectly. He literally has enough dog food for today, and then he will have to starve going forward, and we just can't have that. Also, random side note, I brought Louis to the vet yesterday for his annual checkup, and he gained 7 pounds, which is amazing. He now weighs 82, almost 83 pounds. I'm saying it's amazing because Louis always struggled with his weight. Like, he's always kind of been underweight for the size of dog he is. I'll never forget when I went to the vet, probably, he's gonna be 7. Probably when he was 3 or 4, he was like severely underweight, but like didn't look it, wasn't acting it, and was eating his food. Like, it wasn't like I was starving him. And my vet was like, he's really underweight. Like, are you sure you're feeding him? And I was like, do not second guess if I'm taking care of my dog properly or not. So like, since then, it's been my goal to get him to gain weight because the vet made me feel really shitty about like his weight, and I was like, I feed him, I don't know what to tell you. And come to find out, it was the food that was like not helping him gain weight, and it wasn't really doing anything for him. So since then I've switched foods like twice, and now obviously I make food for him in a crock pot and I top his kibble with that. So when he stepped on the scale yesterday and he was 82 pounds, I was like, proud dog mom. Isn't that crazy what we're proud of? Oh, goals will be to bring Louie to Benson's, which works out perfect because I have to go anyways, and get him food. And then at some point tonight, we will also make a junk journal spread. So it's our little advent calendar for the day. I'm gonna go upstairs, get ready, head out for work, and then I will be back a little bit later. Hello, friends. It is a couple hours later. I just got home from work, and we're gonna go bring Louie to Benson's, just get it over with before it gets crazy. I pretty much hate doing anything in my area after like 4:30 because the traffic just gets insane. We're gonna head to Benson's right now. I'm gonna let him pick out probably a bone or something. He's not really a dog that's into toys. Like I could literally walk him up and down that aisle and he'd be like, I don't really care. So we're gonna let him pick out a treat or a bone, and then we're gonna get him some dog food, and then I'll be back and we'll see what we're gonna do for the rest of the night. Louie, do you wanna go to the doggy store and pick out a treat? And we gotta get you some food too. What do you say? You want to go to Benson's and get a treat? Or what? He's like, come on, Mom, let's go. Okay, hi friends, we are back from Benson's. I got Louie a couple little things. I got him this lamb chop because, oh, it has antlers on it. I always see dogs playing with this lamb chop thing, and I always want to get one for Louie. But for some reason, they're like weirdly expensive. Louie does not really play with toys, so I usually end up wasting my money on every toy I buy him. But I saw it. Oh, it's got squeakers in his toesies. He seems like he wants to actually play with this. Jesus, I can't get the fucking sticker off. Why do companies put stickers on toys? Or in advance to your lamb chop, Louie. Oh, there we go. Okay. We'll give that to him in a second. He'll probably play with it for legit 0.2 seconds before I bring out the... Oh, he wants it. Okay, hold on. Let's see what he does with it. You want to do a damn chop? He's like, See, this is what he does with toys. He's like, I know there's bones in there, so let's get those out. I got him 2 bones. One that has like stuff in it, and then this like ham bone. I have a feeling I know which one he's gonna want. Which one do you want? Come here. Which one do you want? Oh. You want the ham bone? Okay. He'll probably play with this for all of 20 minutes, I would say. He's just so picky. He also loves going to Benson's though. Oops. Because there's always so much stimulation. Like there was a ton of people there that were like petting him and asking what he was. And then they always offered him treats there too. So I'm gonna put a little towel down for him and give him this bone. Gonna do some editing on last week's Vlogmas, and then we'll go from there. Guys, I'm dying. Look at this dog right now. Can't decide if he wants to play with his lamb chop or chew his bone. So he has both. At first I gave him the bone he's chewing now. Wanted nothing to do with it. But then I tried to get him to play with the lamb chop. Wanted nothing to do with it. Then you'll see over there's another bone. Gave him that one, wanted nothing to do with it. And then all of a sudden he wanted his lamb chop, and then I just hear him crunching over here with lamb chop in hand. Goofball. Okay, hi friends. It is a little bit later. It's about 5:30. I just finished editing Vlogmas week 2. It didn't take me as long as I was expecting, which is always nice. I am just printing out a shipping label. Well, I'm attempting to print out a shipping label for the very last bookmark from the Christmas collection. Somebody bought all 5 that I had left over which was amazing. I don't know if it's gonna print because I'm on my last label. It won't print because I have one label left, but I feel like that shouldn't make a difference. Oh my God. Okay, well that's a fucking waste of a label. That annoys me. I do have some coming from Amazon today though, so that annoys me when stuff does that. Like what's the point of one final label if it's not gonna fucking work with the goddamn printer? That annoys me. And of course now they're not coming until tomorrow night. I guess this girl is not gonna get her bookmark until I can't ship out until tomorrow. I finally got it. Oh, we can put this on the package. I'm hopping on quick to say that, as I said before, I finished the Vlogmas week 2. I'm just waiting for it to export and then I will upload it to YouTube. Get that scheduled to go out tomorrow. And then I have to do my other prompt, which is make a Christmas junk journal spread. I can throw this one out of play with Louis in the snow. If not, go to Benson's, because as you saw, I took him to Benson's. It was so cute. But I wanted to quickly talk about the bookmarks because I have people ask me about them. I'm not gonna do any more Christmas ones just because I don't think they would sell and I don't want to make them and have them just like sitting in my room. So what I think I'm gonna do is start working on the Fourth Wing collection ones, because the third book in the Empyrean series comes out January 21st and I want to be able to make a decent amount because I think those will sell really quick, because people obviously, pretty much every reader is gonna read that book, so I want to have a decent amount of those to sell. I think I'm gonna start with 10, and if they sell out really quickly or people are still wanting them, I'll launch another 10. That's the situation, and I'm gonna do that. And I want to play around with a new kind of like bookmark. I have a tassel that I want to maybe attach books to, beads to, instead of doing a completely beaded bookmark, because that's what takes me forever to do and make, and I want to be able to do these a lot quicker than I have been. I'm gonna pull out a little bit of my junk journaling stuff and do my very first spread. I have attempted to do a junk journal before and it's just never worked because I always think I have to make scrapbooks for things, like life things that Chris and I do, and I don't. I can just do a small little junk journal spread. Sorry. Got myself a new hole puncher for the bookmarks and I'm gonna get it out. So we're gonna do a little bit of that and we'll see where the night takes us. So let's go. I want to show you, I just did my nails. I don't know if it's going to show it. They have like cute little bows on them. They're press-ons, and then every other nail is just like plain. I only did bows on the 2 middle fingers. I thought they look so cute. So as you saw, I just did my junk journal spread. I am actually going to go upstairs and lay in bed. It is literally only 8:24, which is early for Chris and I, but he came home not feeling too great from work and he just went upstairs. So I was like, well, I could go upstairs and lay down. I've been waiting for my Vlogmas week 2 video to export, taking a abnormally long time, so I don't know what's going on with that, but if I have to post it later tomorrow, that's not a big deal. I'm working from home tomorrow, so I can easily do that tomorrow morning. But I don't know why it's taking so long, so I'm gonna go upstairs and read and relax for the rest of the night. Hello friends, it is Wednesday. Is that accurate? Yes, Wednesday, December 11th. It is about 11 a.m. Checking in a little bit later, because I have been up moving and grooving since I got up. When I woke up, the first thing I did was go bring my car to get an oil change. Still don't have it back yet. I have to go pick it up hopefully within the next hour or 2. But I have been doing a lot of work stuff. I had a meeting this morning at 10 a.m. and then I've just been kind of catching up on some work stuff, I should say. Not much has happened since last night. I did do a decent amount of reading last night, and I'm actually doing a how much I read in a week little reel for Instagram for my posting every day in December. That's gonna be one of the reels next week. I'm hoping maybe on Saturday or Sunday. I'd have to figure it out. For the Instagram posting this month, I'm trying to do reel, picture. So like every other, I want it to be a picture than a reel. Because I don't really post many reels because I always think I never have time to film them, but that's a goal for this month. I want to post every single day in December up until January 1st. Even when I'm in California for New Year's, I want to post at least something. So right now I am gonna take a little bit of a break. I'm looking at my schedule, both personal and YouTube. I wanna maybe pre-film some of the videos that are gonna go up later in, sorry, I had to think about that for a second. Later in December, like my 25 and 2025 TBR is already set, so I can film, edit, and schedule that video to go up early, so that way towards the end of the month when I'm trying to deal with Christmas, I'll be getting off my birth control, which is terrifying. Don't know what the fuck's gonna happen with that. And trying to pack and prep for Cali. I just don't want the last week in December to be absolutely chaotic. So I'm like, why not just start these things now? So it's Wednesday, December 11th, like I said. I'm hoping this weekend I can maybe finish my bullet journal because I want that video to go live on December 29th, and then January 1st I want the 25 and 2025 TBR to go live, and I'm thinking I'll do my January TBR video before I go away too. I mean, we're gonna be picking it early, so it is what it is. I'm hoping I can maybe do that video early. If not, I can do it when I get back. We'll have to figure it out. I'm trying to like pre-plan a lot so that way by the end of the month I'm not like super stressed out and can't even enjoy the holidays. So if this Vlogmas and next week's Vlogmas are a little bit on the shorter end, I am sorry. I just have a lot going on and I'm trying to maintain my sanity while also making sure I get everything done for my full-time job. I get everything done for YouTube, and I still have a somewhat mentally stable and healthy personal life. Talking about the birth control, we're gonna have a little birth control chat. I feel like I should do something while I chat with you about birth control. So I might go maybe look at my bullet journal and maybe we'll do a little bit of that. I really want to film the 25 and 2025 TBR video today, but it's like really gloomy and gross out. So I don't know, maybe we'll sit by the tree over here. Usually I talk obviously in my reading room, but maybe we'll sit by the tree and give all the cozy wintry vibes. We're gonna chat about birth control, so maybe I'll go. I also wanna make a fourth wing bookmark and try out a new bookmark like tassel with beads on it instead of doing a fully beaded thing, which I think I talked about yesterday. So maybe we'll go do that as we talk about birth control, so let's go. Okay, hello friends. Gotta get all my supplies out first. I'm just gonna try to make a certain kind of bookmark because it's really just the tassel that I want to try differently. I want to try putting some beads on these kinds of tassels instead of doing an entire beaded bookmark. Do I have any black ones on here? Yes, okay. Because I have all of these, might as well use them, and I feel like not everybody might love a fully beaded bookmark, and putting some bookmarks just on like this little top tassel part might look cute and would be much easier for me. Okay, so, but we're making fourth wing ones because obviously the new book is coming out soon. Louis' foot is kicking me. The new book comes out, I think, January 21st. I'm almost positive. So I want to give myself enough time to make them as slowly or fast as I want. Louis, you're like, he's looking at me like, bitch, you need to move. Let's talk about birth control because it's a topic that is very heavy on my mind in the next couple days. So as you know, well, maybe you don't if you're new here. I plan to get off my birth control after the current pack I'm on because I have been on birth control for 12 years at this point, and I don't know what it's like to feel normal after being on birth control for so freaking long. So I literally am getting off of it just to see what the hell my body is gonna do because I'm scared. I honestly have no fucking clue what's gonna happen, and that's what terrifies me about birth control is like everybody has such a different reaction, and what might be easy for some people might be really hard for me, and what other people experience I might not. You never know with birth control, and that's what I don't like about it. And the reason I wanted to talk about it today is because at this point I have 12 pills left, I think. I just kind of calculated out when it was gonna end because we're going to California for New Year's, and of course my birth control will be done the Sunday before Christmas. So I debated on taking one more pack because I have one more pack. I get 3-month refills, so I have one more pack, but I'm also going to Utah for a work trip in January. So my birth control would either end the week before Christmas, which luckily I'll have Chris home and I'll be with my family on this New Year's Eve trip to California, or if I went another pack, I would be in Utah by myself when the new pack ends. Does that make sense? I hope so. So Chris was like, would you rather be with your family and me when you get off, or would you rather be in Utah by yourself completely and be freaking out and whatnot by yourself? And I was like, all right, you're right. Like, I probably would rather be with you and my family when I'm going through whatever is gonna happen than be by myself. So all of that to say, I'm getting off my birth control next Sunday, which is absolutely terrifying to think about. And I think the reason I don't think I'm being dramatic, but I know I am, because I've been on birth control for 12 years, right? I take my pill at 8:55 every night. Anybody that knows me personally knows that I have an alarm that goes off every single day at 8:55. Like, nothing will ever change that. I've had that alarm set for the last 12 years, and it goes off every single day. And even when I travel, I'm like ridiculously strict about my birth control because I get really ill when I don't take it. Like, if I missed a pill and took 2 the next night, I'd either be throwing up, I'd have a really bad migraine, or I would just like randomly get my period. So I'm extremely sensitive to my birth control, which is not very fun. So that's why I'm like really freaking out over this, because I legitimately have no idea what the fuck is gonna happen when I get off. I could honestly be overreacting right now and have a great experience, or I could have the worst time of my life. You never know. That's what I don't love about birth control. I had 2 of my friends get off of it and they had no issues whatsoever. So that's kind of where I'm at right now and why I'm kind of freaking out. I don't want to freak out, but I legitimately just like can't help it. Luckily, Chris has been very chill about me freaking out, and I don't know what's gonna happen. I really don't. I'm gonna start really getting back onto my diet, because I think I talked to one of my friends who's really into like health and wellness, and she was like, honestly, your diet is gonna be a huge part of like if you survive or not. I don't want to say survive, but like that can kind of help balance out your hormones. And she was like, if you maybe get back to being strict on your anti-inflammatory diet, you'll have an easier time kind of transitioning. So I was like, all right, you're probably right. So I really need to figure that out and start eating better, because I have not been good about my diet. I was really strict for a long time and I've kind of just like fizzled out, which is not great. So need to figure that out, and we're gonna see what happens. I'm hoping I'm gonna have a great experience. So prayers and wishes that I have a great experience, but getting off something that you've been on for so long is such a scary thing. And I'm not getting off birth control to like instantly get pregnant, because Chris has to take a CFP in March, and like we just don't want a baby before that. He probably doesn't want to deal with me being a crazy hormonal person more than he does now when he's trying to study for one of the most important tests of his life. So I'm not getting off of it to instantly get pregnant, really just getting off of it to see what it's like to be off of it for a long time, because my doctor told me, she was like, honestly, a lot of people when they get off of it, they like come off of this like almost high, and they're like, wait a second, this is what life is supposed to be like? Because obviously when you're on birth control, it changes every single thing in your body. And I don't want to say it's like in a bad way, but it kind of is. Like, birth control is absolutely terrible for you. And I don't know why us as Americans and humans, I don't know if it's in a lot of other countries. Well, I know why we do it, because there's certain things there's certain things you want to like control if you can. I got on birth control 12 years ago because I was having really bad migraines legitimately all the time, and I never had regular periods. So I was taking it simply for the fact that I just needed to have regular periods, and I couldn't function with the migraines I was getting. Like, it was bad. It would be to the point where I couldn't even open my eyes for multiple days in a row, and I was missing school because the migraines were so freaking bad. So that's why I went on it, not for the reason most people usually think somebody gets on birth control. So I'm just extremely interested / scared / excited to get off of it. But like, I kind of had a moment the other night. I'm like, well, like, what do I do with myself now? I literally am so used to having this 8:55 p.m. alarm go off telling me to take my meds. And also when I take my birth control, I take my allergy meds. So I'm like, fuck, am I gonna like always forget to take my allergy meds now too? Or like, how's that gonna work? So I don't know, just a little birth control chat because I'm very interested to see what's gonna happen. So if you have any tips for getting off birth control and not sending your body into a complete shock, please leave them down below because I think I need help. Definitely gonna watch my diet once I get off and just kind of let my body be. Like, if I need a rest day, I need a rest day. If I need to burn off some energy, I'll go burn off some energy. I don't know, we're just gonna kind of take it day by day. See where life takes us, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. But yeah, if you have any tips or tricks, let me know in the comments. And yeah, that is it for my birth control rant. I'm just trying to find some like stickers to kind of fill in some of these blank spots, but none of them really fit the vibe of Fourth Wing. I mean, what I have right now is really cute, and I would probably buy this if I was a consumer. But you just want to add some like special touches, you know? And I don't know what I really have to do that. Everything's so like girly, whereas Fourth Wing is like deep and dark and dramatic. So I don't want to like mess up the total vibe of the bookmark. Also, I want to talk about, actually I think I'm going to do that in next week's vlog. No, I guess we'll talk about it now. I saw this thing about talking about embracing underconsumption core. We as humans are so involved in buying stuff. You go online and everybody you follow or like on any type of social media platform is trying to sell you something, and it's just really toxic. Like, if I'm being honest, we are taught to practice overconsumption and just act like we need 8 million of one kind of product. For example, you don't need 7 different mascaras and you don't need backup of mascaras. You can literally use up a mascara until it's done and then go buy yourself another one. But we're taught that you need X amount of mascaras at one time because that's what all your favorite YouTubers or TikTokers or anything is doing. And it's like, that is so toxic. That is one thing I want to practice going into the new year, is just like underconsumption and not buying things until I actually need them. For example, books. Obviously I overconsume books, right? I have so many books on my shelves that have not been read. It's not good, and I know that. I know it's a problem. I have gotten so much better in the last like couple months of the year because I just feel overwhelmed with the amount of unread books I have in my room, and I know it's a lot, and I want to read through as much as I can, which obviously is not as easy as it sounds because I only have so many hours in a day to read. Hold on, my camera battery's gonna die. Okay, camera battery has been switched out. I actually just spilled my coffee. I literally knew it was sitting there. I grabbed my beads. Hold on, there's something on my screen. I grabbed this box out of the closet and I like came over this way and forgot that my coffee was on the ground and spilled it, but crisis averted. Let's see what beads I want to use. I kind of like the little gray skull. Obviously I'm gonna do black and gold because that's like the whole vibe of Fourth Wing. But I'm not gonna do too many beads. I wanna do like, sorry, my mom just called me. I don't know what I was saying. Actually, I don't think I'm gonna use this big one. So basically what I was saying was, actually, I don't think this is gonna work because the hole is too. I didn't really think that through. I'm not gonna be able to get the string through this. Damn. Yeah, I didn't really think this through because I want to use these little tassels, which I could still do it for some of the bookmarks and make them a little simpler and probably a lot cheaper. But okay, failed idea. Anyways, underconsumption core. So my goal for the new year, I don't know what the fuck I was saying before, so if I've already said any of what I'm about to say, I'm very sorry. But my goal for the new year, and kind of like the rest of December, I guess, is to just like underconsume, like use through legitimately everything I have and every drop of everything I use before I go out and buy new stuff. For example, my skincare. I don't need, well, one, I can't buy new skincare because I'm on a new regimen from my esthetician. But like, I don't want to go out and buy an extra face wash when I haven't even finished using up the one that I'm currently using, you know? So kind of practicing stuff like that instead of just saying, oh, I'm almost out of my face moisturizer, I want to go buy a new one. Just legitimately waiting until I'm done with the very last drop of the one, oh my god, I think Libby just farted again, I'm currently using before I go out and buy something new. Like, I have so much stuff in my house. I have so many books, so much crafting stuff, so much skincare, makeup, all of that, that I legitimately probably don't need to buy any new products for a year. If I'm saying, maybe 6 months actually is a little more realistic, because I've been really good about using up stuff that I have throughout the year, just not as good as I could be. and kind of just using what I have instead of constantly buying new stuff. Like for the book situation, using my Kindle, using Libby, using Audible, using all of this stuff instead of just going out and buying all the new releases. If there's a new release that I really, really want and it's like an auto buy author like a Riley Sager, I'm gonna go buy that book. But if it's a new book or a new series or a new author, finding ways to still support them but also not spend a shit ton of money, like put a hold on the audiobook on Libby or the ebook or use Kindle Unlimited, and just not spending so much money on stuff that I don't need to be is one of my biggest goals for 2025. And I have two goals specific goals in mind that I should say. One being I want to use my Kindle more, and I told myself that if I save $200 just by using Kindle Unlimited or the Libby app, I can buy myself a new Kindle. My Kindle is to 2018, so I don't know what that is, 6 years? A 6-year-old Kindle. I would love a new one right now, but I'm not gonna go and buy one right now because I don't think I use it enough to justify that purchase. So one of my biggest goals going into the new year is to save $200 worth of money in Kindle Unlimited reading and using my Libby app. And once I save that $200, I can go buy myself a new Kindle. Like, that is a realistic and an easy goal for me. I shouldn't say easy because I'm not great about using my Kindle still, but like that is something that feeds my soul of loving to shop and loving to spend money and loving to get new things while also practicing underconsumption. Another goal I have is to buy less but buy better. I have been watching Carter Sullivan on YouTube here, and she talks a lot about like doing budget friendly things and doing things that save money and using what you have. And she said that a goal of hers in 2024 was to buy, sorry, his foot is like, what am I supposed to do? He's looking at me like, you're totally in my way. So she talks a lot about buying better, but buying less. And she says like, I'll buy myself stuff from Abercrombie, but that just means that I can't go to Marshall's and buy myself another 6 sweaters. Instead of buying 6 sweaters at Marshall's, buying the one single item from Abercrombie that she knows is high quality, knows she likes, and knows she will wear and use and get her money's worth. That is another huge goal for me going into the new year, and just kind of practicing underconsumption. I don't know how many times I can say underconsumption, but that is my word for 2025. My word for 2024 was manifest. I practiced manifesting all year, and it isn't like anything that has totally changed my world, but like manifesting is a real thing. It works to a certain extent. I can't sit here and say I'm gonna make $1 million in the next 30 days and say that for 30 days and make that $30 million. I see it as more of like, you know, I'm on the right track. I'm doing what I love to do. YouTube is working out. As long as you're consistent with YouTube, it'll come back and you'll get what you want someday. So I practice manifestation in that sense, not like I'm gonna be a millionaire by the end of the year. I'm realistic with it. I just continue to say, you're on the right track. You're doing what you're supposed to be doing. I look for signs from God on everything I do. If I am running late and I get stuck at every single red light, I think to myself, you know what? That's God's way of telling you that something worse could happen if you made all these lights. You know? I don't know if that really leads into manifesting, but in my brain it does. And I've kind of just said, I used to be a really negative person. Like I would have something bad happen to me and be like, oh my God, why me? And now, I don't know what I think I had a come to Jesus moment where I was just like, why am I thinking like that? Why not think like, he chose me because he knows I can handle it and he knows that I can make it through that, you know? That's kind of my outlook on life right now. And I'm very happy I had that mindset switch instead of, why are these bad things happening to me? Instead of saying, these bad things are happening to me because God knows I can handle them and knows that I'm strong enough to make it through to the other side. Oh my God, that was so deep. I'm so sorry for getting so deep and spiritual on you. But a couple of years ago, I did have a come to Jesus moment, and honestly, it was like the best thing for me ever because now my life is just completely different and so much better. I'm running out of time to record on this camera, but the word of, okay, my camera just cut out on me because I ran out of recording time on my SD card. It just cleared it up. But anyways, to close out that crazy thing I was just saying, I know it probably doesn't sound crazy, but like that is really how I've been lately. Just living life, being positive instead of being such a negative Nancy. But yeah, the word of 2025 is going to be underconsumption. because hopefully in 2025, Chris and I will maybe enter the baby phase of our lives. I don't know what's gonna happen. I don't want to sit here and say I'm 100% gonna get pregnant next year, but we're gonna try. He takes this test in March and then it's balls to the walls. Wow, I should not say that. It's whatever from there. With that in mind and knowing that eventually we want to get a different house. This house can house one baby, but we have 2 bedrooms downstairs, 2 upstairs. So once we have a second child, if we're fortunate enough to have one, we have to get out of this house. I'm not having a whole like upstairs downstairs type thing. I'm not dealing with like us being downstairs, kids being upstairs, or one kid being downstairs while we're upstairs with another kid. I don't want that. I want all of our bedrooms upstairs on one floor. Thinking about all the stuff that's to come in the next coming years, like I really have to be good about underconsumption, because I can't just go out and spend money on books or crafting supplies or anything. Knowing that we're eventually maybe hopefully gonna have a baby and a new house, I need to really keep those things in mind. And it's like, why am I going out and buying a million new books when I have so many at home that need love and need to be read? Part of that is it's hard with all the new releases that come out, because my library is not the best when it comes to new releases, especially from like the popular authors. I feel like they never get them, and if I use Libby to place a hold, it's like a 300-year wait. So just finding ways around that, I guess I'll figure it out. I want to start getting better about reaching out to publishers and seeing if I can get like ARCs or e-ARCs or like audio ARCs, or even just like finalized copies of books that I want to read. The worst they can say is no, and Carter Sullivan was also talking about how she wants to do that too. She reached out and asked for an ARC of one of her like most anticipated releases and got it. And I did that this year with the Sarah Pierce, The Wilds book. You guys know I love Sarah Pierce. The Sanatorium is one of my favorite series to ever exist. I knew her new book was coming out this summer, and last year I had the publisher reach out to me and asked if they could send me the second book, and I was like, no, I already have it, like don't waste sending it on me, send it to somebody else. So when I heard that her new book was releasing this past summer, I reached out to that same person and I was like, what are the chances that I can get an ARC for that book? And she was like, oh my god, of course. So it's all about shooting your shot and like trying, and that plays into the underconsumption part. By if I get an ARC of a book, I then don't have to spend money on it. I mean, I'm gonna read it regardless, but that means I can read it early and not have to spend money on the book, and I'm also helping out the publisher and the author by reading those ARCs, you know? Yeah, that was a really long rant for, I mean, I think I just ranted for like 15 minutes, so I'm very sorry that was a chatty clip. It's also gonna be a little chatty later in the week, because I'm gonna do a rap and yap. I asked for questions on Instagram and got a couple. At some point this week, we're gonna do a little rap and yap session where I'm just gonna wrap my Christmas presents and answer you guys' questions and yap like I'm doing right now. It's gonna be a great time. I'm gonna go now. I gotta go pick up my car from getting an oil change. And then later today, I'm going to, maybe I'll come back and film the 25 and 2025 TBR video, so I can just like be done with that. Not be done with it, but not have to worry about it towards the end of the month when things get hectic around the holidays. We'll be back a little bit later. Okay, wait, I just realized I never did my advent calendar. This camera, like the screw keeps coming loose and it fucks up the screen. Do my advent calendar really quickly. Okay, we're on day 11. Oh my god, crazy. Okay, another person. Is this Ron's mom? Kind of looks like Ron's mom, does it not? I think this is Ron's mom. I honestly don't know. It's obviously a Weasley, but I don't think it's Ginny, because Ginny doesn't have like super red hair. Whoever it is, they're really cute though. Okay. So I also don't know if I mentioned, but it is Wednesday. Tomorrow I have an event early morning in Jersey, so I'm going down tonight and staying at a hotel. So whatever prompt I get, I probably would have to do before I leave, which I don't know if that's realistic, but we'll see. Hopefully I get something easy. No, we're picking again. I got Home Alone 1, but I want to do that with Chris. I don't know why I put movies in here when I knew I was going to want to do it. Read a Christmas book. You know what? I got this because we're obviously still reading the little advent calendar book, 25 Days by Per Jacobson, and it's a Christmas book, so we're going to count that as good because I have to read my chapter before I leave today. I'm not going to bring my Kindle with me. So that works out perfectly. We got read a Christmas book. We're gonna count our chapter 11 of that book as checking off this prompt. So, okay. The gods are my favorite. Let's go do Louis quick. All right, let's get the beast out here and do his advent calendar. You wanna do your advent calendar, Louis? What do you think you got today? Come here. Come here. Louis. You don't care today? we go. All right, we're on day 11. We got two Chimkin. He's like, do I go away with these or do I not? Okay, advent calendar's done for the day. Hello friends, I am in a different outfit because I filmed my 25 in 2025 TBR video, and I have decided that I'm not gonna post that on January 1st, the Wednesday of obviously the week I'm away, which is New Year's Day. Sorry, this is really bright. I'm gonna post it on December 22nd, which is Sunday. I had no video planned for that, and I was like, maybe I'll just move that forward since it's already done. And then I don't have to worry about that. I don't have to think about like filming something else. And then I just won't post on New Year's Day because you guys should be enjoying time with your family and your friends and not, I mean, I probably will watch YouTube on, well, if I was home, I would probably be sitting on my couch watching TV and reading, but I'm gonna be away. So I was like, let's just not post that day. Like, it's not gonna be the end of the world. So we're gonna post our 25 in 2025 on Sunday, December 22nd, and then we'll have the Vlogmas and the bullet journal flip through, and that is it for videos for 2024, which is crazy. And then we'll have my January TBR video when I come back, a travel vlog, maybe a New Year reset vlog, and best books of 2024 in the first couple weeks of January. So honestly, knowing that I don't have to film another video for a Sunday upload in the month of December is nice, because now obviously I'm currently working on Vlogmas week 3. I already have the 25 in 2025 done. I'm working on editing the weekend reading vlog, which is gonna go up Sunday, which is already up by now, so go check it out. I don't have to film anything for the rest of the year. Well, I do. I have to finish my bullet journal flip through, and I have to do Vlogmas week 4, so I don't know why I just said that, but it just feels nice that now I don't have to think of any more video ideas for the rest of the year. They're kind of already all planned out and partially filmed. So I feel a lot less stress on that. I just will have to figure out when I'm gonna do my January TBR video, because when we get back on January 2nd. Chris is off Friday and I don't love filming when he's home, so we'll have to figure that part out. I don't know, maybe he'll go. Maybe I can send him away somewhere. I'm going to continue working on editing this weekend reading vlog. I just wanna get Friday's clips done because I'm actually leaving around 6-ish to go down to Jersey for that event tomorrow, and I want to take a body shower. I put on makeup a little bit to do the 25 and 2025 TBR, so I want to take that off, but I also want to film a reel of me setting up my 25 and 2025 TBR on my little rotating bookshelf that I was very kindly gifted from Fly City Mall, which you can get yours with the link in my description box. I only have a little bit left to edit of the weekend reading vlog, so once I'm done with that, I'm probably gonna go maybe film the, well, maybe I'll go upstairs shower because my face isn't really gonna be in it. It's not gonna be like a talking video. It's really gonna be like ASMR of me just like putting the books on my shelf. I'm probably gonna finish editing the Friday clips for the weekend reading vlog, go upstairs, take a body shower, wash my hair, I'm not washing my hair, wash my face, take a body shower. I'm leaving my hair as is because I want to curl it tomorrow, but I'll probably pack kind of like I did when Chris and I just went to Newark. I'm literally going tonight and all I need is stuff to get ready tomorrow and an outfit for tomorrow. I'm gonna wear my gray Abercrombie sweatsuit, which you guys know I love. I'll sleep in that and then I'll just wake up, put on a work outfit tomorrow, do my makeup, recurl my hair, and then we'll be good to go. So I don't need to pack a lot for that. I have time to do that. And yeah, I'm rambling at this point. I'm gonna go now. Hi friends, it is a little bit later. I actually edited like 90% of the weekend reading vlog, which is great because tomorrow when I get home, I can just, my Kindle is crapping out on me. Tomorrow when I get home, I can finish editing that and schedule it to go out. And then, what day is it? And then over the weekend, I can work on editing Vlogmas week 3 and kind of get ahead of that so I'm not stuck editing the entire videos on Monday and Tuesday and being like stressed about it. And then next week I can also work on slowly but surely editing the 25 and 2025 TBR. I would love to get ahead of editing so Monday and Tuesdays I'm not like at the computer for hours upon hours editing. That's that. We're gonna sit down right now and read chapter 11, aka December 11th of our 25 days advent calendar by Per Jacobson. I'm loving this so far. I just want to binge this, which I know I can't, but I love it. And I love the idea of this because he ends every chapter on somewhat of a cliffhanger, so it's like you can't wait for the next day to read. So let's see how much time is in this chapter and we'll do a little reading sprint. It's a 15-minute chapter. So I'm gonna just leave you going and we're gonna do a little reading break. That wasn't the best chapter. So the premise of the story, I think I've talked about it, is this family, my camera battery's gonna die. I should just go change that quick, shouldn't I? This family is like stranded in a cabin that they rented, and some weird stuff starts happening, and now they're stranded outside in the woods in the dead of winter where it's really snowy and really cold. And somebody's like kind of stalking them. This is definitely ultimate eerie vibes, but my camera's dying. I'm gonna chillax until I have to leave to go to Jersey, and then I will be back either later tonight in the hotel or tomorrow at some point. I don't know. Hello friends, I have made it to my hotel and I have like a minute and 30 seconds left of the Icebreaker audiobook, so I'm gonna listen to that really quick. I know exactly how it's gonna end. I mean, it's pretty obvious. I think I'm gonna end up giving it, I don't know. I'm thinking a 3.5 just because I really did enjoy it and I liked the story side of it and I liked the spice side of it. I just didn't like the two together. Aaron, Stassi's skating partner, drove me fucking insane. I mean, I know that was probably like the point of his character, but like at the end of their competition when he did like his stupid little thing, if that was me, I would have walked off the ice, and when he came over to me, I would have smacked his ass across the face for doing what he did. And she kind of just like cowered and was like, I'm done with you. Like, nah, I would have fucking smacked him or punched him in the face. So I think I'm going to land at a 3.5 star. And the ending was kind of like, typical. I'm done with that finally. I'm like happy to be done with Icebreaker. I feel like I've been reading it for so fucking long. I think I've been reading it for literally 2 weeks. But I also brought Dead of Winter by Darcy. Nope, it's not Dead of Winter. I read that last year. Voices in the Snow by Darcy Coates. I'm on page 182. It is 9:21. So I want to try to be asleep in an hour at like 10:30. So I have an hour to read. I'm hoping I can read a decent amount of that and maybe finish it out tomorrow so I can start another book and get reading, because I feel like I've done no reading in the last 2 months. So I'm going to stop rambling now because I keep doing this myself. I just keep rambling on and on and on. So we're going to get some reading done. It is now 11:24. I didn't start reading when I originally told you I was going to at like 9:20. And I started reading this. I was at page 182. And I got to a point where I was like, okay, this could be like good depending on how it ends. And then it took a wild turn. It was like zombie apocalypse pretty much. Doran in this weird creepy house in the middle woods had nothing to do with it like I was hoping. Spoiler alert. So I kind of ended up skimming through like the last 100 pages because just from reading the dialogue in the last paragraph of each chapter, I could figure out what happened, and this was not that great. This is what I'm talking about with Darcy Coates. She has the potential to do really good things with her books, and sometimes they hit, sometimes they don't. This one did not hit. I did not like it. I think I'm going to rate it. We're going to do 2 stars because I liked the relationship between Claire and Doran. That is the only reason this book is getting 2 stars, but I need to go to bed now. I stayed up way later than I should have. I need to be up and downstairs in the lobby here by 7 a.m. And you already know I'm not a morning person. I'm going to go to bed and I will be back at some point tomorrow. Hello friends, it is Thursday at about 4 p.m. I just got home. I am absolutely exhausted. As you saw, I stayed up till like 11:30 last night reading this and then couldn't fall asleep until like 1. I slept so shitty last night. I literally probably got a total of 5 hours of sleep, and if you know me, you know I need at least 9 hours to be a functioning human being. I require a lot of sleep. So I stayed up reading this and didn't like it. So now I'm exhausted. I think I might go take a little snoozy on the couch. Louis was very energetic when I got home, and I literally just went outside with him for like 10 minutes and just was throwing his ball nonstop to get some energy out. But I want to do my advent calendar so I can go lay down. We're on day 12. I hope it's somebody good. Shut up. I don't know which dragon this is, but I think this is Hagrid's dragon that he has in, I don't know what episode, that little baby dragon he has, or maybe it's one of the dragons that they fight in Goblet of Fire. I don't really know, but that is so cute. I love that. I don't know if you can tell, but he's got like blood on his face. He's got like a chain on his neck. How cute. That was a very unexpected one. I was expecting it to be all humans, but I'm very excited about that one. We're gonna pick one of these. I'm probably not gonna do it because I have zero energy. Literally all I want to do today, I mean, I should say for the rest of the night, is sit on the couch and read. I will probably try to take Louis for a you-know-what at some point, but let's see. Yeah, this one definitely ain't happening. It says declutter and organize Christmas decor. No energy for that. I would like maybe a movie one. I don't know. It says watch The Merry Gentleman on Netflix. I'm pretty sure that's that new movie with Chad Michael Murray. So we'll do that. We'll put it on, and if I fall asleep during it, clearly wasn't that good. At least I attempted, right? What am I gonna read next? So I have, let me just grab them, hold on. I have 5 books left on my December TBR. One is this book. It's an e-arc that I have of No One Was Supposed to Die at This Wedding by Catherine Mack. I am planning on reading this one when we go to California because I will have it on my Kindle. And it is one of my most anticipated releases of 2025. I read, what is the book called? Every Time I Go on Vacation Someone Dies. I read that when we went to Punta Cana this past summer. Absolutely loved it. I read a lot of it when we were flying home from that trip, so I feel like reading this one when I'm flying to and from California is just gonna hit, it's gonna hit different. So we're gonna wait to read that one until the end of the month. I have Kingdom of Sweets, which is a Nutcracker retelling. I also have Make My Wish Come True, which is like a fake dating rom-com, holiday rom-com. Don't know if I'm feeling that. I have Strange the Dreamer, which is a fantasy series, but I think this is too much for my brain right now. And I also have An Ember in the Ashes by Sabatier, which I think this is gonna be the one I start because I have been hearing nothing but amazing things about this and everybody absolutely loves this book. It's a YA fantasy mystery type book. How many pages is this? 446 pages, but the font's pretty decent size. The spacing is pretty big in here. We're gonna try. I have high hopes for this one, but I'm also a little intimidated to read this one because I'm scared I'm not gonna get what the hype is about. But if I do like this and I want to continue on with the series, I'm gonna buy the new covers because I don't hate this cover and I probably wouldn't get rid of it if I do really like this book. But I definitely want the new covers because I think they're much prettier. So I think we're gonna start this. I'm definitely not starting it right now because I need to go lay down and maybe take a 30-minute power nap. That's pretty much it for the day. I'm gonna turn on this movie and we'll see if I end up watching it. I heard it was really stupid and really corny, but we shall see. I don't know if I'll necessarily be back tonight or tomorrow. I gotta do my rap and yap session, which we'll probably do that tomorrow. That will be the last bit I do for this Vlogmas because I wanna get to editing. I kinda wanna get ahead a little bit on editing and like filming for Vlogmas so I can maybe enjoy a little bit of my life and a little bit of the week of Christmas, you know? I'm gonna go now. Hi friends. Whoa, look at this hair. It is a Friday, December 13th at about 3:15. I am so tired. I don't know what's going on. I think I'm getting sick, which is not great. Chris and I have both been not feeling great the last couple days. We've both just been like overly exhausted, woo, more than we normally are, and like feel it in our throats. So I have a feeling I'm getting sick, which is not great. So I didn't do my prompt last night, which was watch Merry Gentleman on Netflix, which I don't want to do that because I don't like corny Christmas movies and I don't want to torture myself with that. We're gonna pick today's. This is short. What the heck does this mean? Declutter cups. Okay, that one I can do. I've been dying to declutter my cups. We have 2 full kitchen cabinets just for cups and half of them we don't use and I have been dying to go through and declutter them. So that works out. Let's do our Harry Potter one. I hope this is a good one because I need a happiness boost. I was listening to the Wicked soundtrack on my way home from work today, and I don't know about anybody else, but I love Defying Gravity, but it makes me so sad because of like the whole story of Wicked and like how fucked up Oz and the entire city is to her. But I'm like sad after listening to it so much. So I need something to really make me happy here. Okay, this is kind of cute. This is Draco's dad. I honestly don't know his name, but obviously it's Draco's dad. He's got that bright blonde hair and it's long, which is Draco's dad, obviously. So that's cute. That made me a little happy. I'm just like down in the dumps today. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's the weather. I think part of it is like I'm so tired and I know Louis has to walk. I didn't walk him the last 2 days So I know today I have to take him even though I really don't want to. I'm about to go wrap my Christmas presents and do a little wrap and yap session. I have some questions from Instagram and some from my community post here on YouTube. So we're gonna wrap the minimal presents that I do have. This year we kept it simple, and we're not doing presents with like my mom, my dad, and my sister and her husband because we're all going to California, and that is like our presents to each other. So I had to buy only a couple things for a couple people, and honestly this year I kept it so simple. I do gift cards and like something cute that I know the person would like, because I hate getting gifts and they just like go to waste. I'd rather get somebody a gift card to somewhere I know they shop and they can get something that they want to get. I don't have too much to wrap, which is great because I don't have like a ton of questions. I don't even know if I can handle a lot of questions right now because I'm so just like drained of life. So we're gonna go do a little wrap and yap session, and we're gonna actually close out this Vlogmas because this weekend I want to just like chill. I feel like I'm starting to get burnt out with YouTube stuff. Like I have so many ideas in my head that I want to do. It's just the energy levels I have don't match the amount of creative levels I have in my brain. I think I'm gonna end today's vlog after the wrap and yap session on Sunday maybe. No, maybe not. I don't know. At some point next week we'll start the last and final Vlogmas video, which is crazy that we're already at that point. We're gonna go wrap some presents. We're gonna go wrap some presents and do some yapping. Okay, hi friends. We are in front of the tree. I have all of my wrapping supplies and presents out. So let's do a little wrap and yap. As I wrap my presents, I'm going to answer some questions that you guys sent over. We're gonna have a little time. Some of these presents aren't fully like done being put together yet, but I have most of them. We're gonna just put together and wrap what we can. And obviously I'm not gonna show you guys these presents because I don't know who does and doesn't watch my video, so I don't want somebody to like watch my video and be like, oh my God, thanks for getting me that. So first let me pull up the questions I got from Instagram. I told people they could ask me anything they wanted, but a lot of people ask me like bookish related questions. And the first one is, what's your least favorite book of 2024? And I have to go to my Goodreads to see. I can think of what it was, but there's definitely a lot of books that I was like, what the fuck was this? I wanted to do one that a lot of people liked and I just didn't. There was a lot of bad books in 2024, if I'm being completely honest. Oh, okay. I'm gonna do this one because I know this was my most disappointing book of 2024, just because I loved the first two books in the series, and that is The Housemaid is Watching by Frida McFadden. It is the third book in the Housemaid series, and the reason I say it was my least favorite book of 2024 is because I had such high expectations for it, and it was absolutely terrible. I would have loved to have that series continue on, but the way this specific book was written was absolutely terrible. It was so fucking boring. And I actually ended up DNFing it at I think I was 50% of the way through. I was reading it and I was like, this is fucking terrible. I don't want to read this book. And if you've read the Housemaid series, and you probably are like, what the hell, like how? And yeah, I don't get it either, because the first two books were so good and they were like 5-star favorites for me. So the fact that I didn't love the third one and couldn't even finish reading it, I was like, this is shocking for me. This was a disappointing book and probably one of the worst books I read in 2024. I love wrapping presents and having them under the tree, and it's only the 13th when I'm wrapping these, but I like having gifts under the tree. Okay, next question. Favorite book you've read this year? I have two. And one is actually a 5-star. The other one was a 4.5-star, but like honorary 5-star. The 5-star one is Wild Love by Elsie Silver. And the reason this is on this list is because it was an extremely unexpected 5-star for me. When I started reading this, I didn't think I was gonna love it as much as I did, but I absolutely freaking loved everything about this book. And I think the reason it stands out so much for me is because I never really like care about the whole like fictional boyfriend thing. Like I never read a book and I'm like, oh my God, that's my perfect man. But when I read Wild Love by Elsie Silver, I was obsessed with Ford Grant. Like, I don't do the whole book boyfriend thing, but he was like, he made me believe in book boyfriends. So definitely that was like one of my favorites from the year. Okay, actually I lied, I have more than what I think I do. Another favorite is the Steel Brothers series. If you know, you know. This series took my life by storm, starting in, I think February is when I read the first book, and instantly obsessed. This series is so fucked up, but so good. It's a 28 series, it's dark romance, but if you do want to read it, definitely look up trigger warnings before you do, because I don't want you to read it and be like, Lexi, what the fuck did I just read? Because I'm gonna tell you right now, I told you it's dark. So don't blame me if you can't handle it. So definitely that one too. And then my honorable mention is actually When the Moon Hatched by Sarah A. Parker. This is so good. It kind of gives Fourth Wing vibes. It's got like dragons and stuff, but it's just so good. It's a long book. Well, at least the indie published version is. And this is one that I bought on a whim, thinking like, okay, the sheer size of this intimidates me and I don't want to read it because of that. But then once I started it, I read through that almost 800-page book so quickly and absolutely loved it. And originally when I rated it, I gave it a 4.5 star. But as time went on, I could not stop thinking about that book and realized like, this is definitely like a 5-star book for me because I can't stop thinking about it. So that's why I say it's an honorable mention, because it is technically like a 5-star read for me. But I'm too weird about the layout of my books on Goodreads that I won't adjust the rating, because then it would put it to the top of my reading list. And I can't have that. So just know it's a 5-star favorite. So good. Second book is coming out next year too. Okay. First package done. I need a label now. This year I barely bought any wrapping supplies because I want to use up, where the fuck is my pen? I want to use up what I have before I start buying new stuff. I didn't buy like labels. I didn't buy, I never really buy boxes, but I didn't buy wrapping paper. I didn't buy too many. I bought one bag just because it goes with the theme of my gift. Okay, next question. Best Christmas gift you've ever received? I have 2. Well, I have 3. I feel like I can never just think of one freaking answer for anything in my life. I can't remember what year it was. I obviously love Justin Bieber more than life itself. My mom surprised me, my sister, and my best friend at the time with tickets to go see Justin Bieber in Florida. And when I tell you guys, I bawled my eyes out. I bawled my eyes out, and my mom actually has a video of it. My mom has always done this thing where she like puts all of our gifts under the tree. Why would I keep moving this fucking pen? But then there's always like one final gift that she gives us towards the end where she's like, oh, you have to go grab your last gift by the other tree, and we would go get it, and it would always be like something really special. Like sometimes she would do a trip, sometimes she would say, oh, the one year I think I got my car for part of my Christmas present. I don't really know how it worked, and I don't feel like thinking about it, but one year she was like, oh, go grab your other gift, and we did, and it was tickets to go see Justin Bieber in Florida when we were going. And I sobbed my eyes out. So that is probably one of my favorite gifts I've ever gotten, just because I love Justin Bieber so much. One of my other favorite gifts was last year, Chris got me my little DJI camera, which you guys know is like my little tiny camera that I absolutely love. And I love that gift. I think it's probably one of the best gifts ever because I use it all the freaking time. So that's probably one of my favorites too. And then my other favorite gift that I can think of is the trip to California that we're doing this year for Christmas. When we came back from California last year for the first part of our honeymoon, we told my mom like, oh my God, like we want to go back to California so bad. We loved it so much. And she was like, oh, would you go back and you guys want to go to the Rose Bowl parade? And I was like, absolutely. She was like, all right, how about instead of Christmas presents this year, we will go to California and that'll kind of be your Christmas present. And we were like, okay, sure. So that was a really good gift too, because I'm so over like a crazy amount of presents. I want experiences. Definitely that. So those are the 3. Justin Bieber, my DJI camera, and this trip to California. This next question says, what are some of your favorite books of all time? The Sanatorium series by Sarah Pierce. You guys already know that I freaking love that book so much. Oh God, this is bigger than I thought it was gonna be. I bought a toy for my friend's dog and it's so much bigger than I was thinking. The Inheritance Game series by Jennifer Lynn Barnes. That's just like a classic. I don't need a bag. That's such a good YA series that's just like so fast paced. Oh my God, why can't I think of anything right now? My mind is just drawing a massive blank. Obviously, Fourth Wing. I love Fourth Wing. The second book, Iron Flame, not so much. I didn't really care for that. I thought it was kind of bad, if I'm being completely honest. And I'm interested to see what's gonna happen with the third book that's coming out soon. It better freaking be good or I'm gonna lose it. Wild Love, that series is slowly becoming an absolute favorite of mine. Thursday Murder Club, absolutely freaking love that series so much. I am on the 3rd book, I think, at this point, and I actually freaking love that series. It's such a cute, cozy series. Obviously the Craving series by Helen Hart. Those have made it, that has made it way up to the top of my favorite books ever. Sorry, this is actually much harder to do than I was thinking it was gonna be. So other favorite books of mine of all time. So I said the Sanatorium, Inheritance Games, Thursday Murder Club. I don't even know what other ones I said. Let's kind of look through like my previous posts. The Spell Shop by Sarah Durst. Oh my God, so good. Probably one of my favorite books I've ever read. Every Time I Go on Vacation, Someone Dies by Catherine Mack. The Part of Your World series by Abby Jimenez. So good. When the Moon Hatched by Sarah A. Parker. I said Wild Love, I think. I would say I really like Riley Sager, but I wouldn't say it's like my favorite of all time. All I'm seeing on my feed is the freaking Steel Brothers series by Helen Hart. I really like Legends and Lattes. That's a really good, comfy, cozy fantasy. Really love that. My favorite book out of the ACOTAR series, it's not the one that everybody else likes. I think it's the one that not a lot of people like. I think it's the third one. ACOTAR is really good. I could not get into Throne of Glass, so I don't really care about that one. A Court of Wings and Ruin, the third book, is top tier out of that entire series. I love Nesta. No, not Nesta. I love Feyre and Rhysand. I love them so much. So I loved A Court of Thorns and Roses and the third book in that series. I think that gives you a good idea. Last question from Instagram was, how did you and your husband meet? And I've definitely told this story on YouTube before, probably in my last Vlogmas for a Q&A. And we are actually high school sweethearts. We have known each other pretty much our entire lives. We first met in, I think, we were in the same 4th grade class, and we used to kick each other under the table. It's like a whole love story of like, we bullied each other because we both liked each other. And Chris's mom taught at the elementary school we went to, and she was friends with our 4th grade teacher. And I saw her recently, not recently, like probably a year or two ago at a retirement party, and I was like, so who do you think kicked who? And she was like, well, I think Chris kicked you. But you used to go all the way out of your way to walk around the classroom so you would pass him when you didn't really have to. So I think you both kind of were like kicking each other. So there's really no like cool story of how we met. I mean, it's kind of cool that we're high school sweethearts. We've been dating since 2012. I think it was like the end of our sophomore year going into our junior year of high school. And believe it or not, we never broke up throughout the 12 years of dating. Even when we went to college, we somehow made long distance work. It was not easy whatsoever. It actually sucked because I went to school in Brockport, which is kind of out by Buffalo. If you're familiar with the setup of New York, it's way out west. Must be a siren going off. Louie, can you not? And Chris went out to school in southern New Hampshire, which is obviously New Hampshire, and we were 8 hours apart from school to school. So I literally would go, whenever I could go visit him, I would drive home to Albany, see my parents for a second, go say hi to my dog that we had at the time, and then I would hop in a car with Chris's parents and drive up to New Hampshire. So it was definitely a lot, and it was not easy whatsoever, but that's the story of us. We're high school sweethearts. I think my wrapping paper is so pretty. I bought this probably 2 or 3 years ago at some point, but it's got wreaths with ribbons on it, and at the time I don't think ribbons were popular, and obviously right now ribbons are all the rage. So very happy with my pastel. Okay, we're moving and grooving on the packing. Like I said, I don't really have much this year. I'm debating on if I want to wrap Louie's present yet or not, because this dog will somehow, some way sniff these freaking trees out. Maybe we'll just wrap it now and I'll put it back downstairs. I don't know. Let's go to YouTube and see what questions I got. I don't think I got many on there either, which is fine because clearly this is not as easy as it seems. I can't multitask lately. Somebody asked, what is the easiest way to get out of a reading slump? That's actually funny you asked because I have been in a massive reading slump for the last 2 months. November, I read 2 full books and DNF 2 other books, and I wouldn't say it's as bad in December. Like, I've already read, I think, 3 books this month, which isn't terrible, but it's not great. And I just like am not in the mood for any audiobooks, which is usually how I get a lot of my reading done. I guess I would need this advice myself, huh? Also, this is Louie's wrapping paper. I don't know if you can see, it has little doggies on it. The things I do for this dog, I legit wrap his presents because I think it's fun. And he understands the concept, he does. In terms of getting out of a reading slump, I wish I had a better answer than just like leaning into like reading whatever your heart is desiring at that time. I wish it was that easy because I've been trying to do that, but I just like have not been in the mood to read. I don't know what my problem is lately, but I just don't want to read at all. Like, I don't want to read audio, I don't want to listen to audiobooks. When I read physically, my mind is always wandering to something else. I think it's just the season. Like November and December, obviously it's always the holiday season, so things get busier and things pick up. So I think that's part of the problem is I'm just busy. Like my life is just insane right now. I mean, it always is insane. And Chris and I are gearing up for an extremely busy year next year with like weddings and babies and potentially having a baby ourselves. Like it's not gonna get any better next year. So I think I'm just like, my mind is just scrambling because I'm somebody who needs like peace and quiet. I need downtime. So the fact that it's like busy right now, and I know next year is gonna be even freaking busier and a lot of our weekends are already booked up, it's just like stressful to me. Most people can thrive on that kind of stuff. Like Chris thrives on being busy and like being social and always out doing stuff. And I'm like, I don't want to do that. Getting out of a reading slump, I would say just lean into whatever you want to read. Like if you are like me and you set a TBR each month, but like everything that's on your TBR that you think you need to read that month, you don't have to. If you want to go to something else that's on your shelves or go out and buy yourself a new book that you're really interested in reading, just do it because that's the only way you're going to be into whatever it is you're reading at that time. It's the best advice I got. I don't think it's really that helpful. Just lean into whatever you want to read. If you don't feel like reading, don't force yourself to because you will hate whatever book you're reading. And I think in my weekend reading vlog that's already up, I was talking about like how I was feeling guilty because I wasn't doing any reading for that specific blog. And I was like, oh, I should be reading, but I was leaning into other hobbies like doing my bullet journal. And if you're not in the mood to read, don't force yourself because like that's not what life is about. Life is about enjoying things, having fun, and doing whatever you want. That's my advice for getting out of a reading slump. Probably not great advice, but whatever. Next question, what kind of job would you want to do if different from what you are doing now? So right now, obviously I work in supply chain. I work for a company that does deliveries for McDonald's. And it's definitely not a dream job, but I also don't absolutely hate my job. I'm not one of those people that wakes up. Well, sometimes I wake up and I'm like, oh, I don't want to fucking work. Most of the time, I don't really hate my job that much, which I'm very fortunate to be like that. And I know I'm very fortunate for that. Hating your job is one of the worst things ever. My dad has always instilled in my sister and I, like, if you love what you're doing, you'll never work a day in your life. And that is so accurate. And I think the reason why I'm like content with my life right now, should I wrap Chris's presents in this gnome wrapping paper? Or should we do something that's not already open? Yeah, I'll wrap his presents in something that's already open. I want to use up these rolls. I love what I do now. I don't love to and don't want to do it for like the rest of my life, but I do enjoy it for now. I get paid well. I'm not micromanaged like crazy like I was at my last job. My company definitely treats me well, which is like a major thing. Like if I felt like I wasn't valued as a team member and like a coworker, I would absolutely hate my job, but don't mind my job. But my dream job would obviously to do YouTube full-time. That would be so much fun. Like just be a full-time lifestyle bookish content creator. And I would love to also flip houses on the side. Like what Joanna Gaines does is my dream job. So I would love to like have my YouTube channel, maybe have a YouTube channel or like a show or something for flipping houses and just do my own thing and have no, well, I would have me and Chris be my boss. Like I would love to just do YouTube and the house flipping. That would be my dream job. Next question is dream vacation destination. I would love to go stay in one of the huts in Bora Bora. That sounds like so much fun. Obviously I know Bora Bora is very expensive. But that's like a dream place I would love to go. But other than that, I've kind of been to like my dream destinations, not to sound like snotty. Chris has given me a love for traveling. Prior to him, I loved to travel, but it was only to like Florida and like places within the US. And when him and I graduated college, we did like a 3-week tour of Europe where we went to 8 different countries and kind of like explored the world. And that was really my first time ever being out of the country. That opened my eyes to so much. Like seeing and exploring different countries and seeing how different cultures and different people live is the coolest thing to me. So now I love traveling, thankfully. I always have wanted to go to Hawaii, which we did last year for our honeymoon. So like, I want to say Hawaii is a dream destination, a dream vacation, which you're probably like, well, you've already been there, but yeah, I absolutely loved Hawaii. That's my favorite place I've ever been in the world. Over Italy, over Ireland, over anywhere that we've been in Europe, Hawaii was my favorite place. So that's like My dream retirement destination, I should say, because my goal for when Chris and I retire is to buy like a condo or something in Hawaii, because I loved it so much and I want to spend my life in Hawaii. Like, I want to live in Hawaii so bad. Those are my dream destinations, even though one I've already been to, but still would love to go back. I think that's it for now, because some of the stuff I still don't have everything I need for it. So I think we're gonna call it quits. Yeah, because this one present I can't wrap until I do the other stuff for my aunt and my cousin. The other thing, I have to make some treats for some people. I think I have one more question that we can talk about quickly. The last question we have is, where did your love of books come from? Honestly, I don't really know. My dad is a big reader and he's always been a reader, but I didn't really like look at him and be like, oh, I want to read because he's reading. I actually borrowed Sharp Objects from one of my friends from college, and when the pandemic first happened and we were stuck inside with nothing to do, I picked that book up and was like, wait, this was so good and it was so fun to read this. So that's kind of like where my love of reading and my obsession of reading started, and then from there it kind of just spiraled, and here we are. There's really no cool story of like somebody really inspired me. It was really just my friend let me borrow a book of hers, and that took me by storm and I loved it. So yeah, that is the wrapping yap. I got all my presents wrapped. Let me show you. Well, I got most of them wrapped. So I have a box back there. I have a bunch of bags. This is one that is gonna be finished at some point. And then I have something over here for my dog sitter and my hairdresser. I think I'm gonna have to wrap Chris's mom's present, which I have over there. But there's presents all the way back there. There's a bag back there. And yeah, I love having presents under the Christmas tree. I think it's so cute. Louis looking at me like, dude, I'm bored. I'm gonna take him for you know what in just a little bit, because he deserves it. Are you gonna try to open your present under the tree? Or are you gonna be a good boy? No, you're gonna be a good boy? Okay, so that is actually it for this video. I'm cutting it short because I'm cutting it short and ending it on a Friday, and I really only started this on a Tuesday, but I think I've yapped a lot in this vlog. So I just wanna like kind of take the weekend off, so to speak, and just kind of like vibe out for the rest of the weekend. I have to help Chris with his project for his CFP tomorrow, and then we might go do a candle making night with one of our friends. I don't know, but I kind of just, I'm feeling a little tired. I'm feeling a little run down, a little low energy. And I think I want to take this weekend off from filming and just kind of relax. So that way when we come back for Vlogmas week 4, which is crazy, I'll have lots to say, lots to do, and we can end out Vlogmas 2024 strong. So thank you. Oh, wait, we gotta talk about the secret word. Okay, so this week's secret word is happy. Obviously, I keep saying it, but you can probably tell where I'm going with this. All the information to enter the giveaway is down below in my description box. Make sure you enter because I have accumulated quite some cute stuff for this giveaway so far. That is it for Vlogmas week 3. I hope you enjoyed. Let me know the highlight of your week and your favorite Christmas activity. And let me know like what you do with your presents. Do you wrap everything in boxes? Do you just keep it simple and throw everything in a bag? How do you do your presents? Let me know in the comments. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure you are subscribed to my channel and hit the notification bell so you're notified every time I upload a video. And I will see you in my next one. Bye.